If imitation really be the sincerest form of flattery, Jeep and its iconic Wrangler have just been handed the automotive equivalent of an Oscar. That's because this car, the all-new and much anticipated Bronco, is directly aimed at the heart of the core brand. Indeed, in my 37 years of car testing, I can't remember any manufacturer taking such direct aim at its competitors. Oh sure, Porsche benchmarked the Tesla Model S when it was engineering its take on EV. And you just know that the Ford versus Chevy rivalry being what it is, Ford's engineers probably know as much about the Camaro as they do their own Mustang. Nonetheless, in all the time I've been reporting on cars, I've never seen anything like the laser-like focus that Ford has directed into building this Bronco to compete with the iconic Wrangler. It's not just that Ford is obsessed with matching the Wrangler's Badlands abilities at a time when accepted wisdom says that actual off-road bona fides are not nearly as important as a badass image. Or the fact that certain trademark features like the hosable interior are almost identical both in their engineering and execution. But powertrains aside, it's obvious to me that even the Bronco's trim levels, from the base model all the way to the top of the line Badlands, are designed to match the Wrangler's model walk step for step. Dig deep enough and it's obvious that Ford literally dissected the Wrangler bolt by bolt in its quest for off-road credibility. On the other hand, seeing an opportunity to beat Jeep at its own game, Ford upped the ante. For instance, adding a 7th cog to its manual gearbox. Combined with the optional 3.06:1 transfer case, it results in a rock-crawling overall gear ratio of 94.8:1. That represents an improvement of more than 10% in torque multiplication compared to the best Wrangler. Ford, looking for a better ride, eschewed Wrangler's solid front axle for an independent front suspension, but then added a neat sway bar disconnect system so the Bronco could match the Jeep's wheel articulation. Release the sway bar and you could actually feel the whole car relax, settling it down on its tires for superior grip. Purists may deride the electronics as mere trickery, but it works well enough that all but the most dedicated off-roaders will find the Bronco's wheel articulation plenty. And just so you could turn on a dime, Ford has added a novel trail turn assist system that uses the ABS to lock up the inside rear wheel so that the Bronco literally pivots on its rear axle. It truly does let the Badlands and Wildtrak, the two most off-road worthy Broncos, twist through the tightest trail without needing time-consuming three-point turns. As for the rest of its off-road bona fides, our initial testing points to a trail hawk all but as robust as the Wrangler. Unfortunately, our limited testing simply didn't task the Bronco enough. What we can say is the Bronco's ride is superior to the Wrangler and its interior just as outdoorsy but more modern. As for the powertrains, the base Bronco is powered by a 300 horsepower, 2-liter turbocharged Ford, while upmarket versions feature a 330 horsepower EcoBoosted V6. The former comes with the aforementioned 7-speed manual, while the 6 is only available with a 10-speed automatic. Performance is adequate, but not scintillating. Hardly surprising since the biggest 4-door Bronco weighs some 2,212 kilograms. We'll have more information to you shortly as we prepare more exhaustive and comprehensive testing. In the meantime, a base Bronco starts at $40,499, while an all-singing, all-dancing Wildtrak Advanced version almost touches 60 grand. Stay tuned for a more exhaustive road test very soon. For Driving.ca, I'm David Booth.